What's up, guys? It's Tracy Mitchell VA with TRACYVA Media. Today I'm with my special guest. His name is Tyrone Betters.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Nice to meet you again. My name is Tyrone Betters, actor and model. Based out of Dallas, Texas, but we in the ATL right now.
What brings you to the A? Because I know people are watching this in Dallas, Texas. Like, what is he doing in Atlanta right now?
The biggest thing is just promotion. I have tons of movies that's getting ready to drop within actually the next quarter. I'll have like 5 movies dropping, and a few other projects. And just get my face out there. I think that's what people have to realize. Like, as actors or entertainers in any form or facet, you gotta get your face out there. And you gotta go meet people where they're at. You gotta go create relationships. You gotta put yourself on.
You do an amazing job putting yourself out there. I see you getting a lot of interviews in, a lot of podcasts in. Besides just like showing up for the films, what made you want to, step forward and share your story a little bit more?
Well, what's crazy? I got my start when I was 18. I was a freshman at Georgia Southern University. And I tried out for a fashion show by the name of Blacktion at that time. And I just got the bug. I loved it from there. I was trash at first, but a key word that I say all the time is development. And I really developed. So, of course, I went through college. When I graduated, a mentor of mine was like, you should get into acting, like, kind of on the short side.
Why did they say that, though?
I was short. I was like 5'9", but I wanted to be a high fashion model. So it was like being realistic. And that's another thing, not to down anybody. Dream big, but also have realistic expectations.
Yes.
Because you get the results for what you put in, right? So if you put in BS, you're going to get out BS, right? So just be realistic about the work that you put in, and anything can happen. I'll never say that anything won't happen, because God is real and he uses examples all the time.
Yes.
He'll boost you up all the time, right? But I'm just saying, in a realistic state, just understand that. So once I got into acting, my first class was commercial acting course that I took, and I just went from there and just started doing more workshops and doing background work for a TV series by the name of, what was this? Dallas. It was a reboot.
Okay, yes, I saw that. You are from Dallas, Texas. How did it feel for you to be a part of something like that called Dallas and being from?
It was dope because it was an education lesson for me, because I never realized that it was already an old show that they filmed in Dallas, so it was a reboot. And then I was so young at that time, so I was probably 23, 24, so just trying to figure this stuff out. I'm 33 now.
Okay.
So it was just a lot of learning and just being in the moment. Being in background, a lot of times, of course, you're not talking anything, but there's time to where you're just learning, you're figuring out things, what's going on set, you're asking questions, just being very intuitive. And so that's when I was not in class and I was on set, I was asking questions and still getting the education from that side as well.
For sure. Like, I know a lot of people that watch my channel, they are actors themselves. What are some tips you can give them how you can like even get into the business? Because how do you even start becoming an actor?
Well, the first thing, find an acting class. So in Dallas, we have a thing called KD Studio, and they give out tons of adult work night courses. So even if you can't go fully or commit fully to getting an acting degree, they have their acting courses that you could take. So I took the commercial acting, and then I got introduction to acting as well. And so I just started there. Then also that was to figure out like the tools of it, and then I also have an intensive that I would go to. So like I'll be scene study, how we break down the script, so on and so forth like that. But get in class, that'd be number one thing.
For sure. I know that you were talking about how originally modeling was your thing, and then you switched over to acting. So when did you find the passion though? Because you can't just do something for this long and just be going with it. You have to have
I've had the passion for modeling. Is always gonna be my first love, but when I started seeing myself evolve within my acting and started getting better, because I was very green at first, but as you continue, it's a muscle just like anything. The more you keep working it, the more you stay consistent, you'll start seeing the results of it. So when I start seeing the results of it, it was like, well, how can I push myself more? How can I do it more? And you have to be in love with the journey, because I've been acting 10 years, modeling for 14 years, and we're still on the grind, right? So it could be a lot of pressure in that sense of, man, I'm not seeing the fruits of the labor that I would love to see. But when you stay dedicated to your journey and to your grind, it just kind of evolves because you're a consistency.
Yes. And you're actually really good too. I'm not just, just because you're on my platform, I'm saying that. But just looking back, especially at your reels, like just the way you're able to change your face and like change into character. I always wanted to know, being an actor, Do you ever get lost in your role? Like, have you ever like had to like really try to force yourself to snap out of it?
Absolutely. So in one of the movies that I have out by the name of No Better Love, y'all go check that out on Tubi. We're on Amazon as well. No Better Love, I play a drug dealer by the name of Dumani.
And that's not you.
Not me at all. Not me at all. Okay. But it was a few scenes where I got lost in it. And it's one scene in particular where I'm getting into with my cousin, that plays my cousin in the scene, and just a retaliation of what we got to bring out. And I really go dark, really go deep, but it was amping it up, and I was amped the whole time. So a lot of times I wouldn't say that I come to set with the notion that I'm just going to be in this field, but a lot of time it's just I know my words, I know my line, I know the intensity that I gotta bring to the scene, and so I try to maintain that intensity until he says action, and then I explode, and then we say cut, it's back to normal.
What about the emotions you take on from these characters? Like when you go home and like after when the filming is done with, do you still feel those emotions?
No, I actually wash my hands of it. I try to not take work home. Okay. I try not to take work home, because you, depending on the script, how dark the script is, a lot of times it's dark in the manner of like the character, but also in the interactions within the script. So whatever that's wrote in there. So you try to just wash yourself of it, and I think a lot of times people get lost in it as well when they haven't healed from things. And so I'm not an actor that goes back. Yeah, I'm not an actor that goes back to like, oh, what was that time I seen somebody die, or the time what I felt. I don't have to do those things, because a lot of times, like, if you're not healed from those things, you're pretty much reopening wounds that you haven't.
You seen that happen to people? Like,
I've seen it happen to people, and with a lot of times with a lot of actors, when you see the depression happens, Heath Ledger, the role of playing the Joker was so dark that it was probably normal for him to just take a pill and drink, but it was the one that ended up doing him in. Right. You know what I mean? So a lot of times you just see when they're going deep and going into these roles, that thing can happen if you don't deal with it, if you don't do the necessary work that you have to do. Battle those demons. And absolutely.
I just always want to know that, because I can imagine how people could get just so lost in that character.
Absolutely.
Okay, this is also something I always want to know, being an actor. How about in love? Because I know you have a couple love scenes, romantic interests and everything. Have you ever, like, how do y'all not get so connected to that person? Like,
professional. We're professionals. We're professional. It's about evoking the emotion that we're supposed to evoke, and then that's it. After that, you know what I mean?
You never got romantically involved with anybody within your set?
Maybe when I was younger, but outside of that,
because it was exciting.
Because it was exciting. I was young. I was like in my 20s and single at the time. So yeah.
What about when you are in a relationship and then somebody has to like watch you kiss somebody? Like, is that ever weird for you? You tell, hey, as soon as you get the script, hey, it's right here in the script. So this is what we got to do. You gotta let them know ahead of
time.
You
gotta explain. You gotta explain what's going on.
Okay, cool. So talk about some of the roles you had in the films that you want to, put out there for people to check out.
Absolutely. So, Dumani, No Better Love. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. I also play a character by the name of Larry in A True Christmas. I had
a Christmas movie,
and it was dope. I really enjoyed it because, man, I feel like sometimes when it comes to black indie cinema, we get stuck in the norm of being a drug dealer or doing these different things, which is nothing wrong with it. But I'm an actor that likes to do multiple different things. I know one day one of my goals is to do a musical. I want to be in a musical.
You would dance, like
dance the whole nine. I'll do the whole nine. Okay. I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't had the time to do it, but I'll be able to look forward to doing that. Yeah. And then we have The Hooper. The Hooper is out on Tubi as well. Shout out to Dakaria Kill out of Houston, H-Town. They're doing their thing. But I got like 5 or 6 projects getting ready. So a lot of them are coming to Tubi. Y'all can be on the lookout for Perk 30. I play a character by the name of Jason Perkins. We're actually doing a premiere for that in September, so it's going to be
carpet.
Absolutely. I'm putting it together. That's so right. We'll have the RSVP link available. We're going to actually have a liquor sponsor. Not going to say who just yet.
And you're also, speaking of music, you're also a manager. Is that true?
I was a manager. So at the time, name would not be. I'm not gonna drop no names, but I was working with an artist, and that's where I really learned a lot, just about having that fire and that passion to go make it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta want it for yourself.
And you didn't want that.
I wanted it for him, but he didn't really want it. You know what I mean? And there's no knock on anything. Everybody got to move at their own pace. So I'm not coming at nobody or anything. But you just learn a lot and just see how people move or whatever. But we got my boy Devin over here going crazy. He doing his thing now, working with him and helping him with his brand as well. And then we got my cameraman Justin helping him with his brand as well. So that's why we all came out here to just get in the grind of it.
Yes, that's you are really a brand genius. Like, where did this come from? Like,
paying attention and failing. Man, I used to throw parties nobody came to. I was working with the alcohol brand, doing photo shoots and stuff. Nobody was buying it. I was managing, nobody was coming to the events and stuff. So you just fail so much. And at the time, it did get to me. It got to me. I kind of lost myself in it, and I kind of like backed away from acting, backed away from modeling, and was trying to. It was in like a nice depression because I felt like, why is nothing working and stuff. But once I understood that, I gotta go 110% on me.
Right.
And so once I put my foot down, both 10 toes down on God, this is what you want me to do. Yes. I can't get this feeling in my heart. Then I knew it's time to turn up. So for the past 5 years, I just been building myself, building my brand, and the proof is in the pudding. I would never tell anybody to do something that I wouldn't do. I would never tell anybody or give advice on something that I didn't go through. So I went through those things, and so now I'm in a position now where I'm booked at least once to twice a month.
A lot. Like, I really do feel like you're a testament. You talk about God a lot. And, you know, you getting booked a lot. How impactful has your love for God been on your life?
Oh, man. I mean, you know, I got 2 fighting black praying grandmothers. My moms, they're prayerful. It's just, I grew up in it, you know. So I've always had that relationship. And whether within my walk I've strayed or not, I've just always understood that there was an assignment and a calling on my life, you know. So a lot of the times and I'm not a preachy guy or whatever, but God is in everything, and I won't be successful without him.
I feel like I get on people's nerves with how much I talk about God. It doesn't matter what I'm talking about. Everything always goes
absolutely
back to God.
Because at the end of the day, you know what I mean, there is a high power, and there is something that the success or anything, it can't just be me. Yes. And I don't take it for granted, you know. So even doing an interview or meeting new people or meeting people that love my work, I don't take that for granted, because you could just not watch or you could just not support, you know what I mean? So to take time, and it takes time to like something. It takes time to watch an hour-long movie with an actor that you barely even know, but you love it, and then you want to appreciate that person and tell them about it. Like, that stuff is gold, you know. So God is amazing.
They say when you just appreciate everything more and more blessings come to you.
Absolutely. And then I'm not a hoarder of opportunity. Like,
you're always sharing.
I'm always sharing. I'm sharing other people's stuff, even if I'm not in it. I'm sharing opportunities, even if we're all auditioning for the same opportunity. I'm still gonna share the opportunity. Another shout out to my guys out in Dallas. We call ourselves the Ones. It's an acting coalition that we have.
You guys have an acting coalition.
We have an acting coalition.
Atlanta doesn't even have something like that. We're always helping each other.
Absolutely. I'm talking about, and that's what I love. The thing I love about Atlanta is because it's really like a one group effort. Now it might be clicked up every once in a while, but that's just life. But what I have noticed is even on the radio, even if it's throwback music, it's Atlanta music.
Yeah.
Even if it's new music, it's Atlanta music. Yeah. So it's a very home knit market and everything. And so that's what we trying to bring that same energy. So with the coalition, we're all guys that have done lead roles in different movies, have all done SAG work. We're all on different levels, but we all bring something different to the table. So shout out to the Ones.
So I'm a journalist. So, you know, the journalist pipeline, everybody wants to be a journalist these days. Yeah. So I always want to know, is it the same for the acting world? Like, is it competitive?
Very much so. It's very much so. So a lot of times people get, they might get dismayed because they'll say the market is too big or everybody wants to be an actor. But I mean, even with all the information in the world, I can give you everything I know. You can't do it like me. You know, and that's what I lean on, because I understand what I bring to the table. I understand the things that I am able to do and the things that I'm still learning. You know, I'm always going to remain a student. So yeah, it's competitive, but it's not competitive with me because you can't do what I do. Exactly. You know what I mean? And not in the district. Yeah, I'm confident in what I'm bringing. If I'm not chosen for this opportunity, the next opportunity is for me. Right? I don't get caught up on those. I've been getting those my whole life. I've been getting those my whole life.
How do you handle those no's?
I ignore them and I go on to the next thing. Right. So a lot of times you don't even get the no. You just don't get called back or you don't get anything back. But I mean, this year alone with my agent, we've probably had over 50 auditions of commercials, and I didn't book any of them. But I still stay consistent in working because I value relationships, and so with some relationship, hey Tyrone, are you free to film this thing? Hey, can you film this? Hey, and they'll book me directly. So a lot of times that because you stay consistent and you keep putting yourself out there, and they know they can count on you not only to be good in the movie, but I'm also going to promote it.
Right.
Promotion is key.
Promotion is definitely key. How about manifestation? Like, are you big on manifesting as
Absolutely.
well? Would you say that you're specific, like manifesting a specific role?
Right now I'm not. Actually, I'm just manifesting a lot of just doors being open and answers, seeing the answers through opportunities, right? So me, I'm gonna stay prepared by going to acting class, doing what I'm supposed to do, doing my job, my part, and then letting God handle the rest, because he asked us to do what we supposed to do and then handle the rest. So even just coming to Atlanta, we don't know who we're gonna meet, we don't know the relationships that we're gonna create. We're just gonna come being open for whatever comes, handling our business, and then just going from there.
Exactly. Well, like I said, there's actors watching this right now. What is your advice to them for those that get discouraged when they don't get the role that they want, or they keep doing those auditions and they're not seeing any results?
Remember your why. Remember your why. And if your why is to be rich and famous and to do da 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 da, then you don't have a strong why. So it's going to be easy for you to be deterred and not dedicated to it. But remember why you started. Find your passion in it, because when you're very passionate about something, even when you quit and you don't do it for like a week or two, it's still gonna be in the back of your mind. It's still gonna be like, God, I hate this job. I'm supposed to be doing this. Just say yes. Sometimes we run away from what we know, right, what we know to be true, right, because everybody's saying, "Well, Tyrone, it's not realistic. I mean, it might not go that far, or this and the third."
So how could they even say that to you?
Because the results weren't there at first. Mm-hmm. See, right? It's easy for people to see things when the work is done, right? It's when the work not done. It's when the auditions not happening. It's when there are no movies out, there are no interviews out, that people like, I don't know how serious he is about his craft.
Well, they're gonna shut up when they see you on a billboard too, because the way your work ethic is going.
Absolutely, man. I have like, so what's so funny? I do have at least, I probably got 3 commercials running right now. So I have one for Nebraska Furniture Mart. I have one for United Healthcare. I believe it's one down for what am I missing? Arm & Hammer. With my daughter, we did a laundry commercial, so we got a couple more commercials that's out too.
Okay, like, I hate to be this person. I know this is gonna be super nosy, but like, when it comes to getting the pay, like, what's better, the commercials or being in the films?
So independent wise, commercials definitely. So even though between Atlanta and stuff, we are a right to work state, so we do a lot of non-union work. So non-union means it's not in SAG. So non-union, but it's still a good rate for those different things. So normally, on a good rate, I've been paid anywhere upward to $4,000, $5,000 for a commercial, mm-hmm, or on a occasional it's going to be $1,500, and then very seldom is it like $800. So mostly around that $1,500, $2,000 mark.
What makes a great actor in your opinion?
Attention to detail and being a great listener. So acting is about listening, and so when you're in your scene, and yes, we know the words, but we have to hear and interact. So when you said you love my facial expressions, a lot of times when we're having conversations with people, you know how you just move and look on there? Those are things that are
the most powerful.
Just living.
Yeah. My final question for this interview is, what is the best, real, relevant, and resonant advice you have ever received?
Wow. The best advice I ever received was, I've gotten a lot of good advice, but I think is keep going. I think that's the best thing that somebody could have told me. Despite the nose, keep going. Because the problem is, and I think we talked about, the guys, we talked about it the other day. No, he said it. Justin said it. He was just like, if you try something or if you keep going, you might make it. But if you don't do it, if you quit, it's 100% possibility that you will never make it.
You gotta see the results.
You gotta see it through, because a lot of times people think it's instant. We live in an instant society, so people think that Well, I'm 25. I should be a millionaire by 30.
Oh my God.
The realistic expectations, realistic goals. Things can happen. You can invest in something. Something can happen. Anything can always happen. But realistically, I'm gonna have to work. I'm gonna have to put the work in, and I have to be in it for the journey. Because what if I don't make it in 5 years? What if I don't make it in 10 years? What if I don't make it in 15 years?
And then what if you just die? You don't even get to see what you could have done with yourself.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So my goal is to always just keep going and in movement make an impact. How am I impacting others? Sometimes it's not a monetary impact, but I'm just them seeing me grind and go forward is what motivates them, or me just giving advice about something. You know what I mean? And not overstep my boundaries, but just helping in ways that I can help.
But I can say this, Tyrone, just like sitting here next to you and also watching your interviews before me, like there's a lot of things people could learn from you. And I feel like your purpose is even higher than just acting. So that's really dope. And I congratulate you for all of your success. And I can't wait to see everything that's next. And do you want to go ahead and tell us where we can find you on social media?
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? You can find me at Tyrone Betters on IG. If you go to my bio, I have my link tree. So my link tree is linktree.Tyrone Betters. Tons of different things coming out, tons of interviews to go watch. You can learn way more about me. Also, we got our vision chasing. So vision chasing is it's really a motto I live by. That is like, you know, of course, a lot of the dream chasing stuff, but a vision is like a grand, bigger scape, and it takes steps to get to the vision. So we vision chasing.
I like that vision chasing.
Oh wait, hold on 1 second.
Are you about to get my T-shirt? Thank you so much for the camera too, cause
we got our peoples right with the vision chasing. Sorry, it's a little big.
I like the color.
We got you right there.
Vision chasing all day.
Absolutely. So I just wanted to make sure.
Thank you, Tyrone.
Right. Absolutely.
Well, of course, y'all. It was the Tyrone Betters interview. Once again, it's Tracy VA Media, keeping it real, relevant, and resonating. I'll see you guys next time.